Watch the real niggas celebrate. Hey. All the real niggas selling weight. Hey. Watch the real niggas celebrate. Hey. I swear to God, that's on my kids. Every day that I'm alive, I gotta live for every gangster ever died or did a bid. Where I'm from, when niggas ride, they killing quick. Flipping bricks, count money, so repetitious.
Welcome, and I mean welcome, to another edition of the motherfucking truth. I'm your moderator, P Player Too Cold.
Who?
P Player Too Cold.
Also known as
International.
There you go.
Joined by co-host, fellow wide Jagged Pride, fellow Wakandian, my main man Coop.
What it do?
And also joined by Lil Cuzzo, also known as 22. Also known as Smoke. Also known as Mr. Get It How You Live.
Ooh, you better stop telling the truth.
Hey. What's happening, cuz?
What's happening?
Oh, man, we got a full ass show today, man.
Full show today.
I'm talking about we get into a mirage.
Barrage. What a Webster Dictionary, man.
Hey, you better find that, bitch. You better find it. I'm talking about straight topics today, cuz. I'm talking about straight heat. Do you hear me? Coop, you ready? Gonna be a lot of pressure on you today, brother.
Guess not.
I'm trying to tell you.
Checked out on your ass already.
I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what's wrong with this nigga, man.
You checked in.
I'm talking about this nigga here, man. About to check in on you, boy.
Already.
Let's go ahead and get to the first topic, guys. What's more important in a relationship? Chemistry or compatibility? Cool. What you got?
Chemistry or compatibility, man. I'll probably say compatibility, man. Because chemistry can come and go, but being compatible, man, is something that it is. You can have some chemistry with some person on one thing, but knowing that you and a person share something that makes y'all compatible, more importantly, because like I just said, chemistry can come and go, but compatibility, knowing things that y'all like a lot, things that y'all share in common, things that you know that maybe when something goes around or when something goes wrong, y'all have that common ground. Instead of better be able to have that, be able to have that ground to maybe resolve an issue, or to know that that's something that you can go back when things go bad. To me, seems more important. Chemistry sometimes fades. Like sometimes you just can be feeling that person for the moment. Maybe you just caught up in the emotion. You know, when something, like anything. Like when we first meet somebody, we may sometimes think we got some chemistry with them, but then more and more that you get to see it and get to know this person, more you be like, damn, it just was just a spur of the moment feeling. It wasn't nothing that's long lasting. I feel like compatibility is something that can totally last longer. For the simple fact, I feel like compatibility is just showing who you truly are as a person, and y'all connect on that level instead of just maybe just having this, this chemistry that might flame out. So I'm going with compatibility.
Hey, girl.
That nigga did his homework.
Hey, my boy laid it on thick today.
You better believe it. That shit sound like he rehearsed it.
Hey, man, that shit sound good, though.
Hey, for real, I got no quarrel with what he said.
That shit sound real good.
But watch how I come back behind this motherfucker.
It's on you then, cuz.
Man, when we first had the topic, the question was posed to the group, man, I was hell bent on it being chemistry, but the more and more I thought about it, I think compatibility breeds chemistry. I think they go hand in hand. I don't think you can have one without having the other, no matter how you get to either one. I don't think...
I mean, like you can start liking the person over a period of time as opposed to just hopping out and like them. Say, for instance, like Soldier Simone. You know what I'm saying? And then you getting to know somebody like a...
I like her already, bro.
I'm saying a different person. I'm saying a different person.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Latin pop, and you get to know her. nigga jump on her.
You know 2 hours?
That's all I got, nigga. I'm talking about 2 for 2, nigga. Shit.
Damn.
So, nigga, I'm compatible with both of them, bro. I got chemistry with both of them, bro. That shit. Fuck you talking about?
You got chemistry with one of them.
Got both of them.
Nah.
Social kind of tough too.
I want nothing.
Nice stress you be having on too.
I don't want nothing coming between us right now, man. But you getting there. You told the line right now, brother. But yeah, to your point, yes.
What about Ghetto Barbie?
We got to be compatible first.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like with Soldier, you'll have chemistry.
All of it.
And then with Ghetto Barber, like as you get to know her, you get to realize.
You have to get to know
That's
her.
what I'm saying. And then you realize,
right.
you know what, this broad cool in the motherfucker, and she got a fat ass.
Yeah, because at first I thought you just an ignorant little brother shaking your ass all over the goddamn place. But you know what?
Singing the 3 dance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you actually got some substance to you.
Yeah.
So to your point.
Not saying she do.
Or don't. We don't know personally. We just watch her shake her ass religiously. I definitely think
Forward
that
to each other.
daily. Well, whenever one of them video drops. Get on topic anyway. Stop telling all our business, cuz. I think that to piggyback off what Coop said, man, it's kind of hard to build some type of chemistry with somebody when y'all not compatible on any level. Meaning, let's just say you're a homebody like myself and you deal with somebody who's very outgoing, wants to travel, do those things, and constantly wants to be outside of the house. You're going to bump heads. I mean, of course, there's a happy medium. You can come to a compromise, but how likely is that depending on the person you're dealing with? Or let's just say you have somebody who isn't as outgoing, somebody who's soft-spoken, and you're dealing with a person who's more around bumptious, a person who's more loud, a person who's more aggressive. I think all those things, if even you don't have to necessarily be on that same level with that person, but if you are able to find some happy medium between the two, or you can complement one another in those areas, that's great. I just don't think that happens a whole lot. I think a lot of reasons why relationships fail is because you start off with thinking you have chemistry, and I call it the new car smell. And then once the new car smell wears off, you realize, you know what? I'm not compatible with this lady or this man at any moment, at any point.
Yeah, she borderline retarded.
Yeah, she borderline crazy as shit. Or, you know what, this nigga really ain't hitting on what I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? He just had a nice car. He looked nice. He smelled nice. Or she just had a pretty face and a fat ass, whatever the case may be. And you realize, you know what, we not compatible at all. Well, if you meet somebody, like, let's say you, for example, you outgoing, you're ambitious.
Come on
if
now.
you meet somebody who is the exact opposite, she ain't gonna hang around with you too long. I know you. She ain't gonna be around too long.
Oh, man.
There's no room.
Going on now.
And that's exactly what you're gonna tell her. Probably in text message knowing you.
Nah.
You gonna tell her over the phone?
I like telling in the face.
Okay, yeah, ain't nothing.
Going on now.
Yeah. Like, she won't stick around very long because y'all not compatible, but you're able to distinguish that early on in the process to where I think most folk, you know what, I done already skied off in it, she pregnant, she finna have this baby, and here, y'all in trouble.
Nigga say skied off now. Nigga already went raw.
Yeah. You know these niggas ain't using condoms these days, man. Nasty ass nigga.
That's a cold move up. I'm actually with Coop, man. I think Coop gave a great analogy, example, whatever you want to call it.
He did.
As it relates to it, and I'm with that because you know, as he said, as you stated as well, when you meet someone and you're talking to them, and then you realize that you're not compatible with them, a lot of the times it just be I can relate it to it just seeing something you like or what you think you're attracted to. You know, cute face, thin waist, thick ass, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And that'll draw your attention. That'll get your first reaction.
Right,
and then once you actually have that conversation with him, you be like, nah, I can't even do it.
And you know what? I don't know about y'all, but in my walks of life, that's happened more time than not. That happens more than the former, because I'll meet a lot of women, or I've met a lot of women over the course of, well, I say 2 years, and there is no substance to them. It's very seldom I can find somebody to hold a stimulating conversation with. And those people I think you should value because they can give you ideas and you can bounce ideas off them and so on and so forth. But go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say that's why it's so important, like when you're meeting them, to ask them those questions. Hey, what do you like to do? Do you like to travel? Hey, what kind of work you do? Like, shit, what's your plan with that? Like, what are you trying to do with that?
What about the people who ask those questions, they don't get the answer that they desire or the answer that would compliment them, and they keep talking to them? You setting yourself up.
Yeah. You setting yourself for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to look past it.
Yeah.
Either you just trying to smash, or you think this person has some attributes, or she's cute enough to where that shit don't even matter. But It's a day and time now, man. All that shit matter. If you ain't bringing nothing to the table, cuz, you can go on now. You can go on with that shit. Ain't nobody dealing with that shit. You cute in the face and you spoil and nah, going on now. But hey, maybe that's just me. Is that just me, Coop?
No, man, that ain't just you. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that compatibility be so much more, man. Because the simple fact, like, in your chemistry, like I said, it just comes and goes. Like, shit, you just have this certain feeling, the next thing you know, like, damn, this shit ain't even working. Like, I mean, talk about how many times, like, you you know, you always got this. It's a push. I ain't gonna call it a push, but you know, like, Dr. really just had it, like, you know, like, she ambitious and you ambitious. Like, you know, there's one thing, like, you can always, Dr. and I always have conversations about. Sit down and talk about different ways to get money or, you know, the aspects and dreams that she want to do. And you be like, you know, I really rock with this. And that's not just that just ain't the chemistry. That's just something that y'all really share in common. It's like when you hang around people, you want to hang around like-minded people. And that's why I feel like compatibility is more important because to a certain degree, that means y'all like-minded. Y'all share something in common. And, you know, that's something that y'all can talk about and really have in-depth conversations instead of just like this, oh, she got a nice ass, and, or whatever. Or when she say something stupid or something, you be like, damn, like now, you know, or she, whatever. And it's like, damn, like I really don't even like this person. So, you know, that's why I think it's so much more important.
Because I'm assuming you gotta have something to talk to after them 7 to 10 minutes over with.
All I got is something.
I'm just saying you gotta have something to talk about after that, cuz.
She going home?
Well, I mean, if she don't go home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she going home. Because by that time, you're not already established. I can't talk to her after this. You know what I'm saying? Or this gonna be what? This is gonna be it. This gonna be high as we gonna go, as far as we gonna go.
So what you about to do?
Yeah.
Nigga grab his key like he about to go somewhere. Ain't going nowhere.
To make a smooth block.
All right now.
I call it the block of shame.
Anyway, let's move on, man. Difference between a woman being thick and fat from a male's perspective. It's on you, cuzzo. I know H Money would have had a motherfucking field day with it. I know for sure he would have got hate mail on this shit.
I forgot about this one. What the question is?
Yeah, nigga. Difference between thick and fat.
Shit. It's damn sure a difference. Let's go ahead and outline that right motherfucking now. It's damn sure a difference.
Okay.
Let me see if I can give y'all a good example of fat. What's the lady name?
Jones.Sean81
at gmail.com.
Go ahead and get that shit ready now.
Come on. Now listen, man. I ain't hating on no.
I understand all that. I'm saying the difference.
Okay. I dropped some.
Nah, brother, cool. You got to let him swim on his own, man.
Cool individual right here. Shit, man. Who on TV that's fat?
I mean, what about people you know?
God damn! Oh, man, what? Nigga out here been stuttering. Say, man, why don't you even say some shit? Oh, listen, man, everybody I know I love y'all, man. Don't y'all listen to this shit. Don't listen to this show. Go ahead, cut it off.
You gotta go ahead and answer the question now.
Give me a minute to get myself together, man.
All right, go ahead. Well, give us an example of somebody who's thick.
Sultry Simone. What's her Instagram name? Simply Sultry, Simply Simone, something like that. If y'all know it, tell her I said what's up. Because, you know, at one point, I guess when we were younger, it wasn't, the norm wasn't to put thick women on TV, especially thick black women. Not that I know any thick white women. But, excuse me, you didn't see a lot of that on TV. So I think the first person I ever saw on TV that I really paid attention to that was thick was this DJ on BET named Takara. I don't know her last name, but I was in love with that woman there.
Thick versus fat, bro.
Takara used to be tough, boy. Takara used to be tough. I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah.
Thick and fat. Difference.
What about, you talking about like a number? Like, what you mean the difference?
What's the difference between thick and fat? From a male's perspective. Sultry Simone versus whomever you got that you think fat. I don't know who you got in your head. Monique not fat.
She lost weight?
She lost a lot of weight.
She had surgery?
I don't know what she had, but she lost a lot of weight.
Okay, well, the old Monique, the one who was hosting the BET Awards and shit, she was bigger than the motherfucker. She at least 280.
Brother Coop, it's on you, baby. Go on.
You know who I don't think thick before you go, Cole? You know who I don't think thick but got a whole lot of press? J-Lo. I ain't saying she ain't bad, but when I like J-Lo or Beyonce, that ain't thick to me. I'm not saying she not tough as...
That's like fine. They like fine.
They sexy to me. You know what I'm saying? When I hear thick, I'm thinking 175 plus.
Ghetto
160.
Yeah, like thick, like
Lenny
what's
Pop.
the chick,
Ghetto Barbie.
Say it again, brother.
Ravioso. Robert, what's that brother name?
Thick was like the old trainer.
Yeah. That was thick to me. If you was built like,
Trent.
you remember what Eve, when she first come out, she was cute and shit. I ain't paid no attention to none of them goddamn woman. You know what I'm talking about? None of them ladies. If you wasn't thick, I wasn't even looking at you back
So
then.
who fat?
Serena thick.
Serena thick in a motherfucker.
Serena thick.
Shit.
Yeah, the difference, brother. We need the difference from a male perspective. Deshaun and Tap Down.
Yeah. I gave you somebody.
Man.
Who else?
Listen, man, Gabby Sidibe fat.
Huh?
Serena Williams thick.
Yeah.
You say Gabby Sidibe.
Who the fuck is that?
Girl,
Precious.
Precious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's fucking huge. Yeah. Hell yeah. The fuck you mean the difference, nigga? You see her right playing today. I got to turn sideways to get through a motherfucking door.
But you know, like women, but you do have some of women. I ain't gonna. You may say fat.
What about Jill Scott? What y'all think about Jill Scott?
Man, you saw just got to that microphone?
I say what you think about Jill Scott.
I think she can get this meat.
So,
That's what I think.
I'm talking about
Jill
that
Scott
part.
got sex appeal, dog.
Hey, straight up, a lot of it.
That ain't the question.
And she got them big old knockers.
I'm saying that ain't the question. The question ain't about nobody got sex appeal.
Thick.
Damn it, Jill Scott thick.
How much you got with?
I don't know, nigga.
Thick. Go for how much
She
she
tough,
with.
though. That's all I gotta say. She tough.
I'm telling you right now, she tough. You stop, man, boy. You got something to get Jill Scott before we go in the
I do that.
Okay.
I love
Just
it.
make
I'm
sure
about
you
to
gotta get it back.
Jill Scott slammed on this phone.
None. Not feeling tolerated. Sir, Mr. International. You got a problem, Jill Scott, you got a problem with me.
Do you got a difference, Brother Clark?
Oh,
Honestly,
shit.
don't. I don't.
What?
I mean, I know women that I guess would say that need to lose some weight, but I wouldn't necessarily call them. I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily call them fat though. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, you need to lose. Just probably need to lose a few pounds. You know what I'm saying?
So a thick bro needs to lose a few pounds?
It depends on who she like. I think such a small maybe can stand a
Whoa, bro.
I'm saying that's the example that's the example we talking about.
Hold on, cuz. What you trying to say, dog? Nah, she good.
I'm saying like
She good.
Say for
Use somebody
example,
else.
like Malaya, for example. Like when she her weight fluctuates. So when she lose, I think she look good whenever she gain weight. But I'm just saying.
So why would she need to stand lose her pounds then? That's a bad example, dog. Give me somebody else.
Other than Malaya?
That need to lose weight, nigga?
She thinks she need to lose weight. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I
you
said
somebody who
Soldier Simone.
she's good, brother. She don't need to lose shit. We ain't finna say it again.
I like what's her name? Tanya. I like that one. And that's her name?
Who tell you?
Tanya, what's her name? Lil Wayne baby mama.
I don't know what her name. I know you're talking about,
I
baby.
ain't ready, boy.
Yeah, she tough.
I ain't ready.
So she don't need to lose. Listen,
don't
man.
need to
You
do
said
nothing.
it's some of these women out here can stand to lose a few pounds. Who? You ain't lying. You saw that mother's arm lately? She arm wrestles shit out of nigga, man. And shit, I know she just probably getting bigger and bigger too. Damn. You might try to lift up one of her motherfucking legs, nigga.
Let's move on. Is watching porn while in a relationship considered cheating? It's on you, Coop.
No, I wasn't born while you went to the beach. Shit, we time to do now. Shit, most women watch porn. If not watch porn, then most men do. So, hell no, it ain't cheating. Why would it be cheating? You ain't doing nothing. You just watching.
There you go.
Well, you jacking off.
I am.
That ain't cheating. How's that cheating?
Well, I'm assuming you lusting over somebody else.
Guilty.
Man, listen, that ain't cheating. I'm not gonna, like, you know, that's just...
Coop ain't got time for that shit. Say damn, your rebuttal.
Yeah, that's a recreation activity. You ain't bothering nobody. You ain't doing. You ain't trying to sleep with nobody because you were having me time.
Hey,
I'm lightheaded,
this
cuz.
nigga's on fire today, boy. God damn.
I'm just saying.
That's a recreational activity.
I bet
So
if
live.
you ask the woman, hey, would you rather me jacking off the phone and being out here trying to pass.
But why I gotta be a choice? Why you can't just not do both?
Say, man, listen, who am I bothering if I'm jacking off? That's all I want to know. That's my question to my husband. Who am I bothering?
What motherfucking turn has this show took?
My boy defensive like a motherfucker. My boy say,
I'm gonna rub this motherfucker out. What you want me to now?
hey, you know what I'm saying? What if she feel uncomfortable with you watching porn? And the women you watch that you get out to are the opposite of her?
I'll tell her, let me look at her internet history and make sure she ain't.
God damn, brother. Shit. Make sure she ain't throwing no big eye in her hand, huh?
She ain't got no nigga on there touching their toes and shit.
Nigga down there with something scratching his kneecap, huh? I feel you.
I'm just saying I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. I think the average man does that. I know some women who like that. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. Shit might spice up your sex life. Might make them go harder. Make them go harder than bed that night. So hey, man, let them have it.
Cause of.
Listen, man, I get them motherfucking like candles in this something, bitch. Set the tone, put on some music and everything. I'm gonna have me a good little night. You know, you was not gonna come in between this here.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, it's recreation activity like Brother Coop said. Fuck all that. Cause I know ladies, I've gone to strip club with ladies and stuff, so what's the difference? And who's to say I wasn't thinking about them when I was plugging your ass that night? I don't see the problem with it. For the ladies who have an issue with it, like you brought up a good point, the ladies who may have an issue with it because this woman isn't built like me, so now I feel insecure, you're going to snap out of that, baby. You're going to snap out of that tonight. So we're going to have to come to a compromise. Maybe I can just watch porn ladies who built like you to make you feel any better, because the porn going to get watched. Okay? Let's not go here. Let's not pretend that it's not. The porn going to get watched. You are more than welcome to watch it with me. I invite you to. We can lay on the towel, one of the big drives. We can lay on the towel. Because, we can, like you say, spice it up. We can lay on that big towel together where we ain't got to clean nothing up. After we just go right to sleep. You're not coming between me and my porn. That ain't finna happen. Because I'm going to choke this chicken till I can't choke it no more. Rape myself to death.
Let's move on.
Well, where you going?
What's going on? I mean, you know how I feel about porn. We had ladies on the show. And
Let's go ahead and tell them.
You
ain't lying. Well, you talk that night. Oh, you would talk that motherfucking night.
And I have articulated my porn to the whip. They told me I was crazy motherfucker.
I got some new listeners since then, brother. Go ahead and tell them where your stand is, baby.
I'm with Coop. I ain't bothering nobody. Shit, recreation activity. I get to burn some calories. Shit, I get sweat a little bit depending on what it is. Get lotion up and all that shit, man.
I'm telling you right goddamn now. At the age I'm at, ladies, if you got a problem with your nigga, I'm gonna cut you off. If you got a problem with your nigga watching porn and he done rolled one out, he is not going nowhere else. At least not that day.
Not that day.
Cause I can't do it. You get two out of me, you done paid me.
You got power up, cuz.
Hey, it ain't in me. I'm telling you right goddamn now it ain't. So if I shoot one off after you done went to work that morning, you better believe I'm good the rest of that motherfucking day. Shit, I'm good for the next 3-4 days. I'm old. I have a lot of miles over here. Fuck all that.
But when I said this shit to the bro, they looked at me like I was crazy to the motherfucker.
You said something else to them.
I said the same thing. I said shit and keep you from dealing with other bros like that.
No. You said something. You wasn't just porn. You was tripping that day.
Nah, I said Jed. I said about jacking out.
Nah. That wasn't what got him in the funk, but we can move on. That wasn't what got him riled up.
Man, whatever.
Whatever, me.
What are realistic standards women should expect when dating?
For a nigga to keep jacking out while we date.
What else you got, cuzzo?
Realistic standards. First of all, let's iron these out together. You dig? Like we talked about before. We've talked before, rather, about setting expectation and verbalizing what we want and not just going along with the flow, so to speak, which I think is completely overrated and overplayed. If you want something, say it. If you want this to go this way, say it. The realistic expectations are, if you expect this cat to be dating you exclusively while y'all figure out what y'all want to do as far as the next step goes, say that shit. Don't just be out here thinking you not talking to nobody and he ain't jumped up and down to somebody else, because I go back to something I've said before. how likely is it for you to meet someone and assume they're talking to nobody when you meet them, whether it's talking to them, having sex with them, whatever the case may be. So if we do get to a point where we want to be exclusive, where you're asking that person in return is to cut those previous ladies or those previous men off. Excuse me, and I'm not saying that it's not realistic. What I am saying is you need to make sure that that's been discussed at some point or another. Another realistic expectation would be that when sex come into play, discuss whether or not this is exclusive. Because think about it. How often have you gone past the courting stage and you're dating somebody and nobody's asked anybody, are you or are you not fucking somebody else? Meaning that when we lay down, what's going to happen after this? Because I know you're going to have some questions for me, and I may have some answers you don't want to hear. I think a realistic expectation is the amount of time you devote to one another or a man devotes to you. Meaning, well, as long as you're being realistic when you're having that discussion, the 7 days in a week, you probably work 5 of them. I think it's realistic to converse with that person every day. The amount of time, I don't know. But as far as seeing one another, especially if your schedules don't meet up, then you have kids that come into play. That definitely needs to be discussed, but you want to be realistic in that aspect as well. Children, when you're dating a man, I don't know how realistic it is for you to expect that man to like your children just as much as he likes you. I think it's possible. I've seen it happen. I've done it. But if we're being realistic and we're talking about setting realistic expectations while dating, that children thing is a touchy subject because you don't know if that man likes children. He may be a deadbeat dad to his own goddamn kids. And if it is later, that's a red flag for you. Shame on continue to deal with that nigga knowing you got kids. But I don't know, because the common theme is that man has to love me just as much as he loves my kids, or vice versa, rather. Says fucking who? Because they not mine. You know what I'm saying? I've said this before. No, nobody care about your problems like you do. Don't nobody care about your kids like you do. I don't think that can be mimicked. I don't think it can be duplicated. That man can still care about that child and love him and such. But to say that he has to love me just as much as he loves my kids, you two are intimate. That's damn near stranger to him. He has to warm up to the child has to warm up to me, and vice versa. So be mindful of how you word those things and your expectations for them.
Cool, what you got?
Well, so I can make sure I can clarify.
What are realistic standards women should expect when dating?
Realistic standards? Sheesh.
Yes, sir.
Man, look, realistic standards. Honest objection. This is what realistic is. I don't think that women should think anything that they read and any fairy tales, anything they read, any books by anybody who's just trying to get out there and see some bullshit. Realistically, get to know that person and expect that person to be who they are. And don't go out here thinking that somebody's going to show up on a white horse and just come sweep you off the feet and do everything according to how you want to be doing. You have to understand that real life dating comes with ups and downs, with trips and falls, and there's gonna be good times and bad times. So you have to understand that no man is perfect. Understand that he's gonna make mistakes. Understand that hopefully that he's trying to do the best that he can. Best thing you can do is keep those lines of communication open so that you can have a better understanding of your relationship. Stop anticipating for what other people have told you. Stop thinking what other people tell you is going to be your situation. That's the biggest thing that I can say that will help women. You got to understand that those relationships are those in a mixed relationship. Your relationship is your relationship. So for you to have total understanding and be totally in control or have a better understanding of who that person is, you need to sit down and communicate with that person. Don't force other people's relationship, other people leave on your relationship. You have to make sure that every relationship is custom. And what I mean by custom, every person is somebody different. The way that you dealt with your last person may not work with this person. So stop having expectations of people and of things that that person is not realistically going to be able to do. And I think that that'll be the best thing for women. I think they have to stop putting expectations out be the best relationship when you don't have some unrealistic expectation that you're trying to force on them because of something that you read in an article or something that you saw work for your parents. So that's what I would just tell them. Let that person be themselves and you be yourself and don't put unreal expectations on people.
Hey, off topic, well, slightly off topic, I just want to comment on something Cody said. Listen, ladies, honesty can help you reach these expectations, or I'm sorry, it can help you reach realistic expectations. We've discussed on this show before how women are better communicators than men, but that doesn't necessarily mean y'all are good. I do think men suck, but that doesn't mean you all are that much better. I've come in these conversations to where you're dating somebody, you may be courting somebody, and that person doesn't communicate as well, or they haven't set proper expectations because they don't know how to communicate. If you are being honest, not just with the man, but being honest with yourself, it'll help expedite the process a whole lot quicker than what you normally would if you were lying to yourself, you putting on airs, you trying to impress somebody, or you just being fake in general. Stop that shit. Understand the definition of communication and make sure that you are being honest in all of this shit, because at some point you have to ask yourself, if you get to a point with a cat and you feel like you wasted your time, what role did I play in this? I don't think a lot of people do that, and women need to do a better, in my opinion, women need to do a better job of being honest when they do communicate. Well, man.
You got anything else, Brother Cool?
That's just about covered, man. Just be 100. Stop having just be realistic, man. Like Sean said, you just have realistic expectation. Realistic expectation comes from talking to that person, and that's the biggest thing I would just say. Like,
yeah, and I think you have a great point too when you said as far as about trying to be like status quo or like your mama or like your grandma or like somebody else's relationship. Like your shit may be completely different, may be completely unique in its own different way. So don't try to make this man out to be whomever somebody else is. Let him be himself. If that's who he is, he's telling you that's who he is. Shit, you accept him for who he is and move on.
That was a great point, actually.
So I'm with that. I think that's a great point. But hey, if you got expectations, women, make sure you tell a man what they are. If they don't live up to them, then she'll be prepared to walk away. Because if you're not prepared to walk away as it relates to the things that bother you, then men won't take you as seriously. So
at that point, you become the problem.
Yeah, so that's where you at. Why do women create dating apps as far as dating profiles and then curve guys on them?
Who the fuck came up with these guys?
Brother Cool.
Topics?
How you want me to answer this question? Why do they?
Well, you can say why do they create dating profiles and then curve men that show interest in them on those apps?
I think some women just like the confidence booster. I would just say I think that some women are egotistical.
But ain't that shit kind of counterproductive, huh?
Yeah, but I think some women just like attention. They might not want to talk to nobody, but they just might want the attention of a dude, or just to see how many dudes want to holler. You know, kind of feed their ego, like, you know, look how.
Yeah, but that shit like a waste of time, though, right? When you get a certain age,
it would be a waste of time. But shit, we know that not just women, but we know people do things in general that waste time. Shit, if that's what they want to do, we know people. We know ego has to be fed. That's one thing that we do know. And when a person wants their ego fed, they'll go through any links to feed it. Even if it means, hey, I'm gonna make this account and I'm just gonna sit up here and I want to see how many dudes want to holler. And I'm not gonna say nothing. Regardless, it's a dating site and I know that you don't have to do that, but I ain't saying nothing because you know what? I just wanna see how many people wanna holler and I just wanna bask in my glory how many dudes wanna holler at me, and I ain't gotta say nothing. I ain't gotta work hard. This how good I look. So we know that people have
but we thirsty. Man, get that ass, Cool. Get that motherfucking ass.
I'm just saying, man, we know this. So like, I think a lot of women do it for that reason, because to me it makes no sense for a woman to create a profile and just curve everybody who's on there, because that would be saying like you feel that nobody's up to your standard. You know, that's ego. That's all that is. That's just your ego. Just talking, you want your ego fed. You just want to sit up there You just want to do unnecessary time wasting shit.
Necessary time wasting shit.
What you got, Cuzzo?
Bottom line, end of discussion.
I've never been on a dating app, so I'm not exactly sure how to answer that question, but I will try to answer the best way I can, but I'll use social media as a substitute. Now, there are ladies who are on social media for the proper reasons, to socialize with people, maybe friends, family, whatever the case may be. But you do have those women who throw out thirst traps as it relates to pictures. They have posts about, that would be deemed male bashing. You have the ladies who throw out the post about being single, not wanting to be single, looking for Mr. Right. And when Mr. Right, or a guy who thinks he's Mr. Right, tries to approach you, you ignore him, you shoot him down, you tell him you're not interested, and you do that in abundance. Those ladies are being counterproductive, like you mentioned earlier. Those ladies are, that's false advertising. I probably should sue you. You continually make these posts about how you're available. You want a family. You want somebody you can travel with. All this bullshit. And when a cat approaches you, like I said, you either ignore him, or you'll shoot him down, or you'll lie about whatever the case may be, and you'll go off and slander that guy, not with the intent on making him sound like shit, but oh yeah, good, that nigga was in my DM last week, or that nigga was in my inbox last week, or you know what, he old thirsty ass nigga. He even sent me a good morning text 3 days in a row and I ain't replied yet. And this is a cat who may genuinely be interested in you. He may be the answer to all your prayers and all this bullshit you pumping on social media, but you blowing the cat off as being thirsty, which makes it hard for a man to actually want to pursue a woman or court a woman to show he's genuinely interested, because he doesn't want to be labeled as thirsty. Some cats may genuinely be interested in you, even if you do have your back to the camera half the time you taking pictures. But in that same sense, I've had conversations with ladies who've done this, meaning they'll have their back to the camera because they have a nice derriere. You like that word? Appreciate it. And, oh, he just want to fuck. Well, what you supposed to want to do? Because you marketing yourself as, not to say that you're easy, but you want somebody to look at your ass. What do you think happens when somebody looks at your ass repeatedly? If it's nice. Hell, even if it ain't nice, you show it enough times, you got some motherfucking confidence going on back there. You can't fault that cat for approaching you with his wallet open, saying how much was up to beat it up, or whatever a cat may lead off with in those instances.
What did you say? What's up with the what?
What's up to beat it up. So for those ladies, again, I've never been a part of a dating app or anything of that nature, but you know, I have come across the conversations, and I fell off in the DM and got stupid ignored. And I'm like, well, shit, I wonder what I did wrong, or I must have came off wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you too nice.
I was too nice?
Yeah.
Nice guys finna laugh like a motherfucker, don't it? But these niggas who out here ain't shit winning like something.
Well, you start winning that they have about 2-3 kids, or been dogged out and shit, or been in jail for holding that work for them or something.
Yeah. Then they want a good guy, guy who got a clean record.
Yeah.
You know,
I ain't ready for that drama no more.
Yeah. They didn't live that life.
Yeah.
Come on over, boy, get something.
Time to get my ass whooped.
Yeah. Come on over and get something to go out pussy.
I got a question to you. Like women say, you know, we heard women say that they like being in the pursuit. So what will make a man thirsty? What's the difference between being thirsty and pursuing a woman? Because of the simple fact we've heard this with, you know, female guests that's been on the show. You know, this is something that we do here. Like, oh, he's thirsty. So I would love to ask the woman, like, what's the difference between thirsty and a man sitting up here trying to pursue you and show you interest?
I think what they would be able to separate the two is where you are overly aggressive, right? Where you're at a point where you've tried to go at them, or you've tried to shoot your shot at them and they turn you down, but yet you still keep going. So they're like, well, damn, he thirsty.
Let me hold on. I've heard some women say too, like, oh, if you really want something, that means you'll be persistent.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's like that's a good one, that is a good one. That's an excellent one. But at the same time, it's like, well, damn, it just depends, because it's like
it varies.
Yeah, because if you persistent, you keep asking the motherfucker out, and they keep telling you no, And they like, well, if you wanted me, you'd have kept going. Nah, motherfucker, I got time. I got time for that shit. Fuck, I look like keep getting told no. Like niggas just like being told no.
Right, that's a hell of a question, Coop. And I think to Jonathan's point, when you go through shit like that, there's no medium. Like either you going for the gusto or you ain't. Like how you said, like how many times you think I want you to tell me no? Because I think being persistent can be viewed as another word or another excuse for being annoying, which how some ladies would put it. I think the issue is a lot of times this may be the wrong cat or the cat they ain't looking for, right? So like I mentioned earlier about them posting things that may lead a cat to believe that they want to be in a relationship. Yeah, they want to be in one, but just not with your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? But how do you know that as a man? And then it bleeds over into you being thirsty. Like,
yeah, you don't know. Because you just, like, hey, I think you're attractive. Maybe you think I'm attractive. You shoot your shot and be like, ugh, no. Or it ain't
right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
It's a, ugh. Yeah. I'm just saying, I've seen them do that shit before. Ugh, not him. Yeah, man. At least be nice to the nigga. No, thank you, nigga. Just nigga. God damn, he brought tough out here, man. God damn.
That's a hell of a question, though, Coop, man. I done been in a situation.
I don't know how we want it because I be hearing and I be like, well, damn, if the dude shooting the shot trying to show that he interested, how does he know he's not coming out there thirsty? Then he be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Or like you said, like, because what make you think about it, like when John say you on a girl DM, you might, they say DM, whatever, you hit a girl up. She might, who knows if she saw the message or she did see the message, and like, you might end up talking to her. She be saying something like, oh, you didn't say nothing to me, or you only said something once. I was like, what the fuck?
Nigga!
I introduced myself. Shit, what else did you? You wanted me to do?
Like, what else you wanted me to do? Because I've had people say, well, shit, I just wanted you to say something early. You talking about when I DM'd you and you ignored me? Yeah, that didn't count. How fucking didn't count? Oh, I saw your little message. Why you didn't say nothing back? I wanted you to try harder. And then you want to grab by the throat, but you can't do that. But you be just that frustrated.
Never can't do that.
Dude, it shouldn't be this hard. You dig? If you were interested in me and I'm showing interest in you, why not welcome that? Especially if you're interested in me or you're, at the very least, you're intrigued by me, right? Or any cat for that matter, man. You can't expect a man to read your mind. There are no code words for try harder. Like I don't even know how to read between the lines. I'm approaching the age to where you like, you know what, fuck you and them lines you want me to read between, man. We too old for this, man. Say what you want, mean what you say. Say what you mean what you say.
Yeah. That's a good one now. Why do women ignore their man complaints?
You know what? When I've posed this question to y'all a few times, and I've gotten a few different answers. I've said on this very show, a woman has a problem. Y'all have a problem. But if you have a problem, then nigga, you have a problem. I think they are just wired differently. I think they just wired differently. I don't know if there's reasoning behind it. I've been on record of calling vast majority of women selfish. I think maybe you can tie it to that. But I do think women, or a lot of women I've come across, have tunnel vision in relation to things of this nature. A lot of it is communication, or how you may be able to deliver your message as it relates to what issue you may have, because you don't want to talk at a woman, you want to talk to them. But in the same token, you can't force her to be receptive, no matter how good your delivery may be. You can't force her to be receptive. There haven't been too many times to where I've had an issue that I would verbally say, hey, this is what I have an issue with, and it was welcomed with open arms. You know what I'm saying? And we were able to come to a resolution that particular day. People do, and I may have even come off wrong, right? My body language may have been wrong. My tone may have been wrong. All that's up for debate. But I'm saying women normally become combative and want to do what I call playing tennis, meaning they'll put the ball back in your court or on your side of the court, in relation to telling you what they don't like about your ass, something that they've been harboring for an extended period of time. Well, I'm glad you said that, because da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, goddamn. Where all this shit come from? And not to say that doesn't need to be discussed, but shit is the time and place for everything. I approached you with this particular issue for you to just blow me off like this, man. Like, come on now. We can get nowhere.
Get in there, Coop.
Man, I'm actually say that they don't care.
This a new Coop here.
Man, listen, I've had situations where I've sat down and tried to communicate with women like, hey, these type of things, and like, they just don't, like, because it's funny to me, like, when a woman asks you something and you don't do it, you don't care, you don't care about her, you don't want to do better, you don't want to do best for them. But if you sit up here and tell a woman, hey man, you can break it down to the simplest form, be like, hey, I need you to do this or this or this. Let me know if that's easy for you to do. And like, they just don't do it. And I'm just to the point of believing that they just don't care. Because of the simple fact, when you ask somebody something and you say it and I'm talking about in a respectful tone, and you saying it in a way where they understand what you're saying because they're not slow. So they just don't do it. They just don't care. Like, there's no other way for me to even look at it anymore. Like, when you ask your child to do, child may not be the correct thing, but when somebody asks you to do something and you care about that person, or you know that this is deemed important, either you do it or you don't do it. But if you don't do it, you at least, even if you try to do it, you could be like, well, at least you tried. But you be having some situations where the women don't even try. You be like, damn, because it's the same thing. Hey, I just asked you continuously not to do this.
Like you talking to a child or something. I just asked you not to do it.
My boy fed up like a motherfucker.
Or I asked you, can you please do this? Like, man, I got, like, the reason why I'm laughing because when John asked the question, I thought about the situation of a chick I was dating. And, like, literally, I would ask her to do things, and she wouldn't do them. And I'd come back, and I'd sit there and watch her not do it. And I wouldn't even say nothing. And then I just wait. And then when I said something, I'd be like, cuz, like, you just didn't care, right? No, it's not fair. I'm like, what is it then?
Hey, you ain't lying.
Like,
help
no
me understand.
Explanation.
Help me understand what it is.
So, you don't care. So I was like, cuz, it's clear to say that you don't care. Like, you could try to sugarcoat it or whatever. Like, man, listen, a lot of women have issues with when you tell them to do something. A lot of them do, but when they ask you to do something, they plan on you to jump on your horse or do something that minute. They want you, if one asks you to change something, she want to see change immediately. She ain't talking about no.
Then she gonna tell you, I do it myself. Or I'll find somebody to do it.
Hey, I'll find. Ooh. Hey, what's your email address, boy?
The classic line. When you ask me to do something, I do it, and I be like, you a goddamn lie.
Don't throw your email address out there, brother. They finna get your ass this week. I didn't tell the truth. What the hell wrong with you telling the truth?
Cooper.Cody
33.
Hey, man, they can get it, but hey, man, I've seen it. Like, I just seen that situation. I just thought about that situation. I was like, I asked nice a couple times. I was like,
What you was asking, Brother Coop?
You ain't got to divulge the information, but let me go ahead and save you. I was in a relationship, and sometimes when you're in a debate, your voice can escalate, right?
It's right here.
I think there's I owed him because you had me earlier. I owed him. There's a difference between your voice escalating and you yelling at somebody. I'm okay with your voice escalating. That happens naturally without you knowing it. But yelling, that takes some effort. And I would tell this lady, stop fucking yelling at me. I'm not your child. We're going to remain respectful for one another. We're going to use some type of relationship etiquette. Watch how you talk to me. But every time we get off in a debate or an argument, however you want to categorize it, she started yelling, and I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Because
maybe she just talk loud.
Even if you do, you're still aware when again, it's a difference between your voice escalating and you yelling at somebody. It takes effort to yell. I'm cool with your voice escalating. That's natural. I know the difference between the two. I'm asking you to be mindful of so I'm like, is it a problem when we ask you to be respectful? Because I don't yell at you. There is a difference. I know you won't.
I think a lot of time, man, women, that shit take a whole lot of effort, and them being cognizant of what the fuck you asked them to do and them actually want to do it for them to do it. I mean, that shit. I've even seen the shit take like literally years. You know what I'm saying? Right. Be like, say, cuz, why you hollering at me? Why your body language so bad?
Right.
Like, why the fuck you cussing at me? Like,
straight up,
like,
yeah.
Like, why is it that we can't have a fucking sensible conversation? And then you get to a point where if they being condescending towards you, they'll tell you, well, I ain't cussing at you. Well, motherfucker, it's just as bad. Like now you talking to me like a motherfucking, like I'm 5 or like I'm retarded or some shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit is disrespectful.
None of that breeds resolution. Like let's just say you are arguing, none of that breeds resolution, which goes back to the initial point. You can't become defensive when I come to you about an issue because, goddamn it, if I have one, we have one. And my intent is never to argue. That takes too much energy and time and it gives out bad vibes. It's to get hey, listen, over the course of XYZ weeks or months, whatever the case may have been, I've noticed that when you come home, you've been in a bad mood from work and you take it out on me. Let's have a conversation about what's going on at work and well, how come you listen, nigga, that goddamn.
Yeah, and then at this point it's difficult for you and I had a conversation. I don't know about y'all, but it's difficult for us to have a conversation after that because it's like, hey, I done asked you this shit like umpteen times and you still doing it. So it's like, cause like I don't even know why we having this.
Like you telling me to fuck myself.
Like this shit ain't even productive. It's not even a productive conversation. Cause so if I'm telling you, don't cuss at me, don't raise your voice at me, don't talk to me with your hands like that, don't be condescending toward me, don't talk at me instead of to me. Like it's difficult for me to have a conversation with you after this point. Cause it's like you're being a smart ass. You know what I'm saying? Then at that point, then I would stop the conversation because I don't want to do it back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be condescending back towards you. I don't want to be rude back towards you. I don't want to cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like I just stop the conversation because it's like, you know what? This shit ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. This shit ain't going nowhere because I'm not gonna let you talk to me like this. But I'm trying to work on myself, so I'm not gonna do it back to you. So I'm just gonna stop the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
And then we understand still your goddamn issue still didn't get resolved. Now y'all got negative energy, and even if you say I'm finna stop, that don't mean she finna stop.
Yeah.
She finna keep swinging away.
They still get their point across. Whatever the fuck their point is, whatever they trying to say.
Hey, let me tell you something. A woman's point is the most important thing on the face of this motherfucking earth. I'm
telling you right now. You saying that the conversation over, let's pick it up at a later time.
That don't mean shit.
Absolutely nothing. I'm still gonna get it out, whatever it is I got to say, and then I'm gonna ask you like, why you not responding to me like I just ain't tell you.
Even if you walk away, be expected a mile long text message here in a few minutes.
Oh, somebody that follow you.
Yeah. Come on now.
Did you hear what I said?
I guess my part is it's just amazing to see like the hypocrisy in this. It's like when we actually do stuff, it's like totally like. The world should stop. When you ask them to do something it's like totally different, so I just laugh at the hypocrisy in this. That's funny part to me.
It's like you laugh and keep from crying. That shit damn sure ain't funny.
And that shit real, but it's real, and it leaves you, or it leaves one to think that one's not a good communicator, and that's not the case. The case is not that you're not a good communicator. It's just that I'm not gonna communicate like this.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Because I get it. I'm with you, Coop. They don't care, but it's like I'm not about to do this shit. Like I've seen my uncles and aunts and people have these type of conversations, and I've seen them bitches go bad. Like I'm not interested in that shit. I'm not interested in hollering at you, typing my lawn. I'm not interested in fussing and cussing with you. I'm not interested in tussling with you. I'm not interested in none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you can't have no motherfucking conversation like normal people have conversations, or have disagreements, or have dialogue, or have whatever it may be. Then shit, we need to pick this up another time. And if at that another time you still do the same shit, it just seems like you know what, this ain't the best way for us to talk.
Damn sure ain't.
So maybe you send me a text message, but then they send you these long phone ass paragraph like, I'm not reading all that shit. What's going on, man?
I guess to go back to that conversation, son, about the topic though, like when women expect in a relationship, and like this is a perfect example of like, you know, something to expect. Like stop expecting people to do something that you don't do. Like you have to practice what you preach. If you want if you want clear lines of communication, well, you can't expect for him to have clear lines of communication. You don't.
I'm with my man Cooper. And listen, man, we gave y'all a lot of topics today. I know at least 7 or 8. And we want to appreciate y'all for tuning in to another edition of The Truth. I apologize, my main man H Money went here to fuck this whole thing up. But
he'll be back
on the next episode. And we appreciate you can catch us on Hot
702.5 FM.
Also on our YouTube channel, also on our Twitter page, also on our Instagram page. The Truth. We are The Truth.
We are The Truth.
We appreciate you guys. Roll Tide.